Today I want to talk about a very interesting topic, which is choosing a niche in your digital product business. A lot of people say that choosing one niche, like when they try to do that, they restrict themselves a lot. So they have thoughts like, okay, I have too many interests and I don't want to stick to a niche. But I'll give you a proper understanding of why thinking like this is also restricting your growth. So back in 2022, back then I was just freelancing in food photography. So I used to work for cafes and restaurants all over Nagpur. Just like this, I'm sitting in a cafe in Nagpur right now and I'm shooting this video. So I used to shoot for restaurants and cafes in Nagpur, and my primary job was taking food photos and videos for marketing for these F&B brands, right? So that was my main thing, and I got pretty damn good at it. I can show you some pictures on the screen right now, my food photography, and this is way before AI got introduced at this whole food photography world. So my main interest was photography, but I was also into fitness. I was also reading books. I was also into psychology. I wanted to read books about finance, and I was also into tech. I was like, AI was getting started, so I was very interested in that. So you see that I am just like you. When I started, I had too many interests. Apart from my main job, which was photography, I had too many interests to start. But then I decided, in order for me to successfully transition from my current paying career, which is photography, into a career which I want to do, which has characteristics of working from laptop, being anywhere in the world, I needed one thing, which is demand in the market. And demand in the market along with my competency of that particular skill. So that's when I asked myself, hey, like I have so many interests, like I like studying about those things. There would be probably a lot of people, other people who are just like me, who will pay for and consume content based on the topics that they love. So I started my journey towards creating a digital products, finding different niches, finding different topics around it. See, photography is one thing that I got good at, and people used to pay me for it because I had demanded it. I had a name in the market. So I was in demand. People wanted me to shoot for their restaurants, for their cafes. So I knew that was making money for me. So I asked myself, what am I good at? Where is the demand in the market? And how can I use my core competency skill to actually create an income? That's when I decided that I would just stick to food photography, even for the online thing, and start with that. I had another freaking idea about fitness and posing and creating pictures like that. But I was like, okay, let's do it afterward once I get good at this particular business. And that idea about, fitness, it's still in the notes app after 3-4 freaking years, because I got really passionate about figuring out in this particular niche, which was food photography in online space, which is digital products, courses, workshops, all of that. So from that moment onwards, when I started to create that particular ebook, I priced it at 499 rupees, and that's what my philosophy is as well. Just price your digital product not at 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 rupees, just at 500, 499, so that people can just impulsively buy. And you can have it that you can sell it from your ads or your content. It's totally alright, either of the way that you can select as a way to sell those digital products. But the whole point was, I was confused as well in the starting, just like you, just like everybody else who starts in this game. But you have to start with your core competency skill and try to create a product around that. Now, I'm not saying that your core competency needs to be your job skill. See, I have a lot of clients in the IT space, and most of you might be watching who are into that IT space, who are having an IT job, and they are like, Prathamesh, I don't want to sell coding courses or workshops or boot camps. What should I do? And then I asked, like, what are you good at? What do you want to do? What do you think other people come to you for your advice? And they are for like different reasons. One of my client is very good at psychology skills. So people come to him for taking psychology workshops and consultations. Another of my client is in IT, but his core skill is about managing his time apart from his work. So it's kind of like work-life balance. Another one of my client, he actually assisted his cousin in interior design for an interior design product. That project actually turned out very well, and the clients actually appreciate my client. So I was like, there you have it, your core competency skill, your passion that you got good at. Even if it's a 7 out of 10, that's completely all right. You don't need to be 10. You just need to help people who are behind you. Let's say if you're a 7 out of 10, you can help people who are 2 out of 10, isn't it? And you just don't have to promise everything to them. You got to promise them a very simple micro promise that you can package some sort of solution into a 5 module system or a simple ebook. So if you just give a micro outcome to that micro promise, to that micro problem that they are facing, you can create the product and you can sell that product, and that's all. You can create a high ticket service after that, after a couple of months maybe, where you got good at it and you want to help other people do just the same. So that comes afterwards. But for starting, just sit down with yourself with a piece of paper and pen, probably in the morning time when you don't have any other responsibilities taken care of. Just sit down and write. What are you good at? In the past 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, has anybody asked about that particular thing? And has anybody asked your advice on that? If yes, then that's your skill for your digital product. That's your niche. Start with that. Create an MVP. Create a simple product to begin with. Slowly and steadily, once you figure out the product and once you start to working towards the marketing aspect of it, it will make some sales. If it does not, there is another project in front of you. Okay, you have created the product, but you're not making sales. How should I improve on that? Then you will learn ads. Then you will learn content. They'll start speaking like this on a YouTube video. Then you'll write emails and people can buy from emails. And you are creating some reels or a faceless content or maybe faceless ads. Right? There is so much to figure out ahead of you. But if you don't take the first step of, finalizing that niche and just stick into one thing, you don't have anything if you don't choose that. So you got to commit wholeheartedly and not forever, just maybe 1 year. Just say yourself, okay, I'll try this for one particular year and not just try for just trying sake. Actually put in 200% efforts. The same efforts that you're putting for somebody else's dream, your employer, I want you to put those same level of efforts for yourself. Then only this thing would ever succeed. Otherwise, the moment that you face any kind of difficulty, you would want to quit. You would want to shift those business models. So I don't want you to do the same. I want you to stick through it. All of that starts from a commitment to yourself that you're going to make it work anyhow, and a commitment to yourself that you're going to sit down with a piece of paper and pen in the morning time with some classical music playing in the background or lo-fi beats and just writing. What are you good at? What other people do ask you for advice? What are you at 6 out of 10 at? And just stick to that. I hope this video made sense to you and gave you a lot of insights on how do you start a digital product business. For more insights like this, I want you to follow my YouTube channel and my Instagram page, which is @p.j. I help people to create, sell and scale a digital product business. That's what I do in my mentorships as well. So if you're into that, just check out the description below and I'll see you in the next one.